Hello, favorite people on planet Earth. Your boy is back with another subreddit video today, and today we're diving into r/advice again. r/advice, if you are new to the subreddit, is one where people post various scenarios that they're in seeking for advice. And I am not an expert at all in most of these, but reading these are so interesting because there are some crazy stuff that happens to different various people's lives. So I'm excited to dive into this with you guys. You guys are new to my channel and you enjoy videos like this. We do it every single day. So make sure you guys stay up to date by hitting the subscribe and the notification bell. Help me towards my goal of 20,000 subscribers. And also hit the like and comment section down below if you guys enjoy the video. It helps out the algorithm a lot. And lastly, if you want to support the channel further, I have a Patreon set up. First link in the description box down below, where you'll get daily extended content, extra 10 to 20 minutes of footage every single day. So if you guys are interested in that, check that out. Thank you to the deluxe member, and let's get into today's video. So r/advice. I just have the top of the week pulled up right now. Yeah, let's just dive into what's popping. I would try to give my best advice, but usually I'm not an expert in most of these fields. So this one's subject says, how do I politely tell my boyfriend to go away when I'm taking a break from the baby? Okay. Me and my boyfriend have a 3-month-old baby girl. Here recently, she's been awake almost every day, but sleeps throughout the night, or all day, but sleeps throughout the night. She only takes like 10-minute naps during the day. That's crazy. Every time I tell my boyfriend I need a break, he will take the baby into the living room, and like 15 minutes later, he comes to ask me if I could go watch the baby in her swing while he goes and does something. He also says she's in there looking for her mama, which makes me feel guilty. Upside down smiley. I just want more than a 15-minute break. I mean, okay, the only advice I can give, I've never had a kid that I know of. No, I don't think I've ever had a kid yet, at least. I do want children at some point, but I have seen through my sister's experience what it was like having a kid with my niece. And, it's tough, dude. You get lucky sometimes, and a kid could be, super sleepy weepy through the whole day, but then most of the time they're not. So obviously the scenarios like that, I think the best form of advice is just, you're going to have to learn how to communicate with your partner, especially if your partner, your boyfriend, is going to be your forever boyfriend. You got to learn how to communicate, and both people have to understand how valuable everyone's sanity and time is. That's just the way the world literally works. I mean, if the day that you prioritize your time over someone else's time, you're a douche. You're not a douche, but like, you lack empathy, because everybody's time is valuable. It's literally the most valuable thing on earth is time. And like 15 minutes is not enough for you, and you just got to talk to them. You got to talk to them. Communication is key. Comments say, she's in there looking for her mama because she doesn't know what her dad looks like. Oh, your boyfriend has no job and doesn't seem to be doing anything there in the day. Nothing. Can't even, wait, he doesn't have a job? Where was the job part? I didn't see the job part, but okay. If he doesn't have a job, then he has no excuse. The polite way to get him to step up is to tell him to step up. It seems like he hasn't figured out in 3 months that he is also responsible for the little life. Yeah, facts. I think duties should be 50-50 only unless one person has, 50-50 overall in the whole relationship. So whether one partner is taking care of the baby more, the other partner has to be doing other things and stuff. And there has to be some form of it's like a teeter-totter. You never want it to teeter too much. You always want it to be somewhat balanced in a relationship. That goes beyond kids too, just like in general, at least for a healthy relationship, in my opinion. Oh no, this one's juicy. Let's go. So the title of this one says, my roommate told me she has a crush on me. This is gonna be a good one. My roommate, who's 25 and a girl, revealed to me, and I'm 24, a dude, that she has feelings for me this evening. I recently got out of a relationship and then lost my grandpa. Oh, I'm sorry. So she wanted to give me some space before saying something. I started going on a few dates the last few weeks and have started getting close to someone. So she decided to tell me. Oh, she waited to tell you after you got close to someone? That's kind of bad timing and dumb timing. I also have feelings for her and have for a long time. I just never thought it was a possibility and I didn't want to mess up our friendship. Whoa, this sounds like literally a TV show or like a movie. This is a beginning of a rom-com. Okay. We have been living together for 2.5 years with another roommate, my sister, who's 27. My sister and my roommate were friends for years before she introduced me to her, but she also has feelings for her. Wait. Your sister also has feelings for her? What is going on? This is wild. This is a movie. This is literally a movie. Everybody has feelings for each other who lives together, and no one has told anyone until now. But my roommate does not have feelings for her. My sister was a bit upset and decided to go in her room for the night. What do I do? Any tips on how to navigate the situation? We're going out for lunch tomorrow to talk about things. Okay, before we read the updates, what are the odds of this all happening? Wow, this is why I love r/advice. You will just never, I could not imagine a situation like this. Like, you live with your sister and her friend, or your sister falls in love with your friend, but your friend falls in love with you, and you secretly fall in love with her, but you're also talking to someone else. And this is how telenovelas start. All right, let's read the update. Update, we had lunch. We started putting a plan in place to talk to my sister. We talked about what we liked about each other and went out to a waterfall to spend time together. Oh, how romantic. While I blew off a little work because she was just too worth it. We talked for a bit until neither of us could wait to kiss each other any longer. You guys already kissed? I mean, it's been pent up, I guess, 2.5 years of living together. We talked for a bit until neither of us, we're going out to our favorite restaurant tonight and then going to a concert together. Thank you all for the advice. It helped a lot. Update to our concert and dinner date was fantastic. We both agreed we had the time of our lives, and I gave my sister some space at the house to talk some stuff out with the roommate. A Wednesday night, and they smoothed a lot of things over. She met me for lunch at the park today, and we had a great time talking and enjoyed the nice weather together. We spent some time this evening watching TV before I headed out of town for the weekend. My sister and I plan on talking one-on-one, and then hopefully as a group when I return from my trip. Okay, so it seems like this has already been squared out. Like, he's gotten the advice from Reddit. We caught this one late, but I'm glad that everything does seem to work out. Update 3, things have been going amazing with my roommate. We're missing each other like hell when I'm out of town, but I'll be home tomorrow and we can't wait to see each other. I have half a day of work on Wednesday. Dude, this is so convenient. You guys already live together. And plan on taking her for a picnic to a very nice waterfall before we hike down to it. Damn, you guys have a lot of waterfalls around you. She found and commented on a post adding some additional context. Her user is blank. For anyone interested, things are almost exactly like they were previously, but now we finally get to indulge in our intimacy for each other. Everything I know about her, every fantastic quality she has had, just dialed up to 11 because she's not afraid to show herself anymore, and I couldn't ask for anything better. Wow, this is a fairy tale ending. Good for them. Congrats. I mean, don't even need to, there's no advice. It seems like he already got all the advice. Wow, that's a crazy scenario though. Like, could you imagine? Whoa, what is this? Title of this one says, how do I tell my friend I think her 8-year-old son is dangerous? Uh-oh. We got a serial in the midst, maybe. Occasionally, I let my 6-year-old daughter play with my friend's 9-year-old son, and I've started to notice some concerning behavior on his part. Wait, is he 9 or 8? I'm confused. Okay, anyways, might have been a typo. There were 3 things in particular that I witnessed while they were playing on separate occasions recently. The first was when they were playing in my daughter's above-ground foldable pool. He was trying to convince my daughter to play a game where they would take turns holding each other's head underwater. Oh my goodness. What? Okay, I mean, he's a kid. You got to teach him that is so dumb. A drowning game is in his own words. I stepped in immediately and told them both, no, that will not be happening. Okay, so first one, I'm going to, give him the benefit of the doubt that he's just a dummy 8-year-old boy who's thinking like an 8-year-old boy, but let's see how this goes. His own grandmother was there at the time to witness this instance, and she has gave him a very half-hearted reprimand, which I found baffling. It set off alarm bells in my head instantly, but I eventually let it go under the premise of children simply doing stupid things, because I remember the game like that called Pass Out Challenge were a thing when I was a kid. Yeah, I remember that too. If you guys didn't know, I mean, I want to reiterate, do not do this. It's so stupid. You would like hold your breath and like there's like this whole game on that and then later on you find out how dangerous that is. But yeah, kids will be kids. So warning so far. That's first strike. The second instance, I was not around to witness, but I saw the aftermath. My daughter asked if she could come over to my friend's house to play with her son. I asked my friend and she agreed, and so I carried my daughter over. My daughter brought one of her dolls with her, a Cabbage Patch Kid. I didn't stay over with them because this wasn't the first time our children had play dates by the other's house. I trust my friend. I've known her for the better part of 10 years. About 2 hours later, I picked up my daughter and went home. When we got inside, I noticed the state of her doll and was horrified. The hair had been cut off and there was marker all over it. I wasn't upset, just shocked. It's my daughter's doll. She could play with it however she likes. When I inspect the doll further, I saw the words, "I unalive you," written on the arm. I knew it wasn't my daughter's handwriting, but I still asked her if she wrote it just in case. She told me that no, my friend's son wrote it. I was concerned and wondered if to address the situation immediately, but same as I am now, I am unaware of where to even begin. Eventually, some weeks passed, and I forgot it even happened. The last and most recent, okay, that is pretty sus. We're getting a little spooky magook. "I unalive you" is a crazy thing to write on a Cabbage Patch Kid's arm. All right, let's see how bad the third strike is. The last and most recent incident happened in my house. My friend brought her son over to play while she ran some errands. While they were playing in the front yard, I saw the boy hold my daughter by her clothes and do, can I say this on YouTube? Motions that you would do normally with a knife. I stopped the game immediately, reprimanded both of them, and called my friend. I lied and said I had an emergency to sort out and that she needed to pick up her son now. She came by and picked him up without an issue. I have never let my daughter near that boy after this under any circumstance, even if it's at the cost of my friendship. Still, I'm concerned for my friend and her safety and for the safety of other children that her son plays with. This isn't normal behavior for an 8-year-old. I'm unsure of how to tell my friend these things. Should I do it over the phone, through text, or face-to-face? She can be a bit of a volatile person at times. I remember a distinct instance where she would pull out a, knife, very foretelling, on her ex-husband, as a matter of fact. This was a very delicate situation, and I needed some help to go on how to go about it, because I truly think that boy is mentally disturbed and dangerous and needs help. Okay, before we see the edits, my advice, okay, boys will be boys in a sense of, and girls will be girls in a sense of, or that's the wrong term. Kids will be kids. So a lot of this stuff, like on their own, I could see it being like, like when I was a kid, we would literally play RPG made up games outside where we would actually get sticks and hit each other and stuff, like actual sticks, and like slash each other and stuff. And we have definitely gotten some silly injuries and scratches from that. But all three of these instances and the whole unalive thing, a little spooky, definitely a little spooky, and all together, all in a short span of time too, very spook magook. I advise that if you don't feel comfortable with your daughter playing with your son, that's fine. I would communicate that to her, and I would probably, considering you guys are friends for 10 years, I would either tell her face to face or over the phone. Definitely not a text. Just be like, hey, these are some things I noticed and I don't know how to go about it. I'm not saying your son's bad at all. It's just a little scary to me. I don't know. And I'm not telling you how to raise your kid. I'm just genuinely saying these are things that I've observed, and like maybe we should take a break on them hanging out for a little while, just because I don't want my daughter to have blah, 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 blah. I mean, that's a very uncomfortable conversation, and she could get very defensive. I don't have kids, so I'm not an expert in this at all, but let's read the edit and see what other people's advice was. I didn't think this post would blow up so fast, and thank you for the advice. I feel a lot more confident on how I should go about this. For those of you that have shared your experience, thank you. There are also a few things I'd like to address. I made an error. Okay, so that was a typo with the age thing. For people casting judgment on me for letting a child play with another child 3 years older than her, that's not a weird thing to do. I played with kids that were older than me when I grew up. They've been playmates for the past 2 years without issues. These events had just happened very recently in the past 3 months or so. My daughter is not scared of him and actually likes asked to play with him or visit him often. In all the instances I described in the post, she did not appear to be scared or what she told me. Blah, blah. Okay, so this is what they are planning on doing. So pertaining to what I will do moving forward, I will be calling my friend over the phone to break this tough conversation in a bit, engage her reaction, before I even have a discussion face to face. I've decided after reading through as many comments as I could, I would explain to her as gently as possible that her son is exhibiting some concerning behaviors. I will tell her what I've seen and heard. I will tell her that I think we needed some type of counseling, or he needs, and I will do that without placing any blame. I want to avoid offending her because I genuinely want her to listen, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, so the therapy thing I didn't even think of, so yeah, interesting. Hold up, you said you trust this woman? There's a lot of serious red flags here. Not the least, but in which she that's so true. I didn't even factor that in. She said she trusts this girl. Yeah, but he pulled out a knife on her husband. Her son obviously learned these volatile behaviors from her. Reevaluate your friendship with this woman. Yikes. Keep your daughter far away from a family like that. Yeah, damn, I didn't even think about that. That is a huge thing. I did think about like how it could have been from her, but like, yeah, you should probably reconsider your friendship with her. Okay, so I think that one kind of got squared out. It was kind of weird. Let's read some new ones though. I want to give some like new advice. New. All right. Let's give some people advice. Oh, okay. I feel like I might be able to help with this one. How do I get more out of life? It's a question a lot of people, most people, I feel like, have asked themselves at some point in their lives. Honestly, I doubt this is anything anyone can help me with besides myself. But with that being said, I am still open to suggestions. I want to get out more to go explore, meet new people, but I don't know many people locally. I moved about 3 years ago, and now I often just sit at home alone playing games. I would love to be more a part of a community, but I'm not sure where to start or how to integrate. Please, any suggestions? I do go to a gym. I travel. I just don't know people in my area besides coworkers. Ooh. Someone tried to give advice saying, just go out and explore. We have no effing clue what's around you. To check out, you know where to live, look up fun activities to try in your area or hobby groups to join or events you check out. Talk to people when you do all that. Really, this doesn't need to be a Reddit post, like 10% on your part would yield results. Well, that's kind of mean. I'm going to give them advice. Am I on my right account, or I'm on my other account, but we'll still do it. All right. So this is what I wrote. Moving to a new area can be tough, but it's genuinely about the effort you put in. I can't tell you the exact blueprints on how to meet people, but this is how I do it. Make friends at your local gym by just talking to them. I usually just compliment somebody about their lifts and then ask them if they know any good spots in towns to get a food or a drink. And then I get their Instagrams and then I just hit them up, say, hey, you want to grab a drink or bite at that place? Another route is sports. I play volleyball sometimes at this public college campus's beach courts, and then I randomly got added to 100+ person group because somebody was just like, oh, you come out, like, do you want to be a part of this group? And I was like, yeah, sure. And sometimes they invite me to get drinks after. Another option is going to social events if you're social enough, that bars and coffee shops usually host, whether it's like DJ events or like certain things like that. Or you could just go straight up to a bar and just talk to people in a friendly manner. But it's all about the effort you give. If you don't want to give effort towards meeting people, you won't meet people. It's easy as that. All right. That's pretty much what I wrote. Wow, I haven't responded in a while on a post. But yeah, let's go back to advice. That was an easy one. Let's see. Oh, shoot. We got a brand new one. This is 2 minutes ago. My girlfriend broke up with me after being in a relationship for 4 years. Me, 24, and my girlfriend, who's 22, broke up after being in a relationship for 4 years. Damn, so you were 20 and she was 18. We fell for each other while I was in India. After a year, I moved to Canada for my studies. We tried really hard to keep the relationship going, even though the distance and time differences caused a lot of trouble. Dang. So she, I'm guessing, lives in India when y'all met, and where y'all met too, and then you moved to Canada. Okay. Long distance. Let me introduce myself. I'm sort of a sadistic on and off person. Even though I was born in the 2000s, I feel like I act like someone who's born in the 90s. Okay, slightly old soul. Hey, I was born in the 90s, so I guess I am an old soul. Dang, that's crazy to think about. Like, kids that are, or not kids, but people that are born in the 2000s think the people who were born in the 90s is like ancient. Everyone says I'm more mature than I'm supposed to be. At the age of 21, I moved to Canada, leaving my parents behind in India to pursue my studies. Good for you. Very ambitious move, and sure it was scary at the time. I took a bank loan of nearly 25, I don't know how much that is in US, which I've almost paid back in just 3 years. Even though I was a student for 2 of those years, and you've got to keep that in mind. Wait, how much money is this? Okay, 30K. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, I see. Oh, like kind of like a student loan level type beat. Now about my girlfriend. She's cute, lovely, and I like her very much. But she was the kind of person who exaggerated every situation and overthought things. Because of that, she needed a lot of attention. Let me tell you what happened between us. We were there for each other most of the time, but after I finished my studies here, I started looking for a job and ended up getting 2 jobs at the same time. All right, sorry, I had to like log out of whatever Reddit account I was on and get onto my main so I can actually like comment on these. But yeah, so where were we? We were at his girlfriend part. Okay, let me tell you what happened between us. We were there for we were there for each other most of the time. But after I finished my studies here, I started looking for a job and ended up getting 2 jobs at the same time. It was really hard for me to cope. There were days where I would work 20 hours a day. I didn't even care about myself. Dang, that sucks. 20-hour days? You were working 20 hours a day. What? Is that even humanly like possible? Okay, I just wanted to clear my probation periods because I badly needed jobs at that time. That's crazy, dude. Holy crap. That's when the communication gap started. We barely had time to talk. We started arguing over small things. Well, that's inevitable. You're working 20-hour days. There's no way that really? Because, well, let me think. You were working 2 jobs and you were studying. I mean, that's possible. It's just you didn't really sleep. That's insane. All right, anyways, on her side, she also had issues with her friends and roommates. I didn't listen to her problems. Instead, I argued with her for not listening to mine. Well, there's the problem right there. Within a month, she asked me for a break from the relationship. I agreed right away. After a month, she blocked me and removed me from all her social media accounts. Whoa. Somehow I managed to talk to her after that, but she told me I was too late to ask her to come back into my life. Right now, I'm able to manage everything else, but I can't stop thinking about her, not even for a minute. Even at work, I'm constantly thinking of her. I tried asking her to come back. I apologize for everything, but I was too late. I didn't realize that after a 1-month break, that would end up our 4-year relationship and help her move on. That's the whole point of a break, is to figure out if it's worth it or not. It's been more than a month since we've been like this, and I'm still trying to reach her, still trying to get her back. Sometimes I feel like I should respect her decision to break up. That alone, the fact that you said that is everything that you need to know. And sometimes I feel like it's worth trying. What if I do get her back? There hasn't been a single day since the breakup that I haven't cried. Oh man, I'm sorry, man. It's now that I'm realizing how much I loved her. Well, sometimes it takes losing something to learn the value of it. But and also sometimes it's just too late to even attain it. You live and you learn. We only understand someone's value when we lose them forever, right? Oh, that's literally what I just said. What do you guys think? Should I approach her again and again until I get tired of trying? I'm not able to forget her. Whenever I close my eyes, I see her. Whenever I listen to music, her memories come rushing back. Well, to you, it's still kind of new. I try to keep myself busy, but there's a time limit to how much you can distract yourself. I don't know, or there's a limit to. I don't know how she managed to move on, but God, it's giving me the strength to do the same. Someone said, I recently went through the same thing, man. It's hard, but I don't dwell too much, my man. Don't let your mistakes keep you down. Learn from them and grow for your next relationship. Or hell, if you guys decide to get back together, you are able to reflect on yourself as a person and from your post. Yeah, okay. I'm going to write a response and then I'll read it to you guys after I'm done. All right, so this is what I wrote. Breakups can be tough, but from what it sounds like, this one is a necessary one. You're currently extremely busy in your life, and it's a hard time for you to put everything towards a relationship, as both people deserves a minimum level of attention and effort. As for moving on or not, regardless if you pursue her again, I advise you to give it some time. Really focus on other things. Maybe try dating again, even when you're ready. And after a long time has passed, only then can you really be in the right mindset to even try again. That said, there's no guarantee that she would even get back with you, and you would have to accept that. At the end of the day, it's best to focus on yourself and learning from every experience so that things can be better at the next go around. Best of luck. Yep. And that's my advice. Relationships are hard, guys. Breakups are hard. God, I know both sides, whether you're the dumper or getting dumped. I mean, getting dumped is a little bit worse, but either way, it's tough because you're saying goodbye to not only a person that's been there for a while, but you're saying goodbye to a form of your old self, because when you're in a relationship, that was part of you, and you're saying goodbye to it. So it's a thing, man. It's a thing, especially the longer ones, like the 4-year. All right, let's read one more good one before we end it. One or two more. And then for the Patreon folks, we'll do one or two more as well after. Okay, we got is my relationship toxic or unhealthy? We get to judge this. Fun. All right, so for backstory, about 8 months ago, I started talking to this guy who is now my boyfriend. I'm 17 and he's 18. Okay, so you guys are really young. We were pretty good friends at the start and also had some mutuals along the way. About a month or two ago, or about a month or two after knowing each other, we started to show interest in each other. We have been dating since then, and I still want him as of now. We've had our ups and downs, but I think it is more extreme than usual. All right, we'll be the judge of that. We were talking last night about sending special pictures. Wow. Okay, I won't lie. I have sent a few to him before, but I felt obligated to, despite me never wanting to send anything to anyone. Well, there in its own is a misconception. If anyone out there feels obligated to send something, but you don't want to do it, don't do it. Never do something you don't want to do. You have no obligation to please anyone in any way. Whatever. Now, this is what makes it an incredible red flag. At the beginning of him asking in the early stages of the relationship, I wasn't bothered by it and I often brushed it off as a joke because I seriously thought that that's all it was. But then after a few weeks went by, he started getting upset because I wasn't comfortable enough to send him photos that I didn't enjoy doing nor send. Okay, well, there you go. Red flag. Get rid of him. I mean, I really don't have to get that deep into this one. I am going to get into it. We're going to read it all. But granted, the kid is 18, but still. Take it from someone who has definitely been there. Like when I was 18, dude, and you're dating, you're like, oh, can we? Yeah, but at the end of the day, you have to always, and even when I was 18, I knew this. But granted, I did grow up with women, so it was a little bit different. I know some guys don't get that perspective. But you got to understand that you always have to respect your partner and anyone in general, but your partner especially, what they feel comfortable doing. If they're not comfortable with something, then accept it and move on. The moment that you actually accept that, and in my experience, they actually like it more and you're more likely to get what you actually do want. It's like, so just fucking respect them, dude. And that goes for yourself. Respect yourself. So if someone wants you to do something and you feel uncomfortable doing, you have to respect yourself enough to put up a boundary and say, hey buddy, I don't want to do that. And if you're going to make me feel uncomfortable for doing it, then GG's, like we're done. And I know that's hard to say, especially when you're 17, 18, you're thinking like, oh my God, this is my person. You're so young. There's a million other people. And if someone is wanting you to do something uncomfortable, then more than likely, they're not going to be the one for you. Just saying. All right. Anyways, we're going to continue reading this anyways, even though I gave the advice. I explained to him that I was uncomfortable or that I am comfortable. However, I don't want to cross those boundaries I have set for myself yet because of personal issues. He stopped asking me for a couple of days and then ultimately returned to asking for them, but saying it was a joke. Oh my God. This guy's the worst. This guy's a nice guy. Well, in fact, it wasn't. I explained to him once again about boundaries, but nonetheless, he asked again, and I thought if maybe I delayed it, he'd forget about it, and we could move on and be a happy couple. Until Easter night, once again, which was yesterday, holy crap. Once again, he brought it up. Well, this post was today. Oh, yeah. He told me that he was hurt because I would usually brush it off and never send anything. Buddy, he acts like this is like a requirement to be in a relationship. Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's nice to see your partner in those lights, 100%. But buddy, it is not a necessity. You act like you're like, oh, I need it. It's like water to him. And oftentimes I would also use the I forgot excuse as well. Well, definitely don't do that. Just be straight up with him, man. Just be like, hey, dude, I'm not comfortable doing this. And if you're not gonna respect that, then you're not for me. He also told me that he disliked rejection and still want pictures. God, this guy's the worst. You deserve way better than this. I really don't know what to do in this situation, and I do really love him, but I honestly don't know if I can continue this relationship. Also, keep in mind, I've never straight up asked for his pictures at all, yet they have been all willingly sent to me. Classic dude there. I don't know what to say or do, or if I should break up with him because of possible toxic behavior. And it's not possible. It is fully toxic behavior. Should I break up? Do I have yet another talk about how I don't want to cross boundaries? Is this normal, or am I just overreacting? Let's read the advice. If the advice is good, I won't chime in at all. Oh yes, you have to break up with him. He's acting incredibly toxic and horrible towards you. You have time and time again declined, explained your boundaries, and he's still continuing to do this. It's very concerning behavior. He's treating you like you're an OF. Oh, damn it. Now I got to blur this. Or corn on the cob. You're an object, and whatever you say doesn't matter one bit. He also has zero respect towards you, and he doesn't care about you one bit. He even dares to get upset, although you're the one who has any right to get upset. If he's already, yeah. I mean, this is perfect. I'm upvoting. I don't need to say advice. This is great advice. Yeah, you're just in young love, and like young love can do this to somebody. I mean, dude is an idiot. Hopefully he learns, but yeah, I'll only do things that make you comfortable, dude. All right, let's read one more. Let's read a fast one before we move on to Patreon. Oh, this one's hilarious. All right, the subject says, my brother walked in on me with my boyfriend. Our parents went away for Easter break, so it's just me, who's 22, and my brother, who's 19 at the house, so 3 years younger. Last night, and she's a female, by the way. Last night, I snuck my boyfriend in, and my brother accidentally caught us doing stuff. Yes, that kind of stuff. My boyfriend left early this morning, so now it's just me and my bro in my house, except we've been avoiding each other all day. Please tell me, how do I make the awkwardness stop? Dude, my advice would just be straight up, be like, hey, I know that you saw what you saw. Is there any way you can like not tell mom and dad? I mean, dude, me and my sister have had stuff like this, not with like boys and stuff, but there's definitely been some goofy shit that's happened before where I had to be like, look at my sister, go, hey, yeah, mom and dad can't know this. And she's like, I understand. Like we've done it for each other. Someone said just pretend it didn't happen. He doesn't want to talk about it. I promise y'all will be back to normal. Okay, maybe that's actually maybe better. Again, it depends on your relationship with your brother. Me and my sister are pretty close, so I just straight up tell her kind of shit, and she tells me, you 22 and he 19. It ain't no thing. Yeah, this is what happens when you also like. He would do the same thing, and like you would probably help him out too. Yeah. Easy enough. Yeah. All right. That was fun. r/advice is always a good time. I like that I can respond to some of this. Some of them I can give some advice to at least. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video reading these scenarios. If you're a Patreon member, we're going to read like 2 or 3 more. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.